And it's live. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday and welcome to another edition of Newsflash Disney. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Welcome to Newsflash Disney on another Monday night. And I'm so glad to be here. So glad you're here. Got some news items to talk about coming out of Disney. So I'm going to give it a minute, let people come in. If you're watching on the replay, well, it's in the title, but this is Monday, July the 5th of 2021 or 2021. And I'm glad to be here to talk over some of the news coming out of Disney, because as you may be seeing on the banner over here, underneath here, there's always something happening at Disney. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Put my bookmark somewhere. Let's talk about it. Little sippy sip of water. I did some organizing in my room, and I found the guide maps that I have brought home. I have accumulated from all the Disney parks. Plus, I had one that I found from Disney Springs. But there it is. The Magic Kingdom. So I've got them over here temporarily. I also found the booklets from that I had put up on the on the shelf over here, from the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. The festival passport, and it talks about where everything is in the all the displays and all of the food booths. So I found a bunch of those. I'm slowly but surely getting my room in order. So that's very good. So let me go ahead and get into the news. The news on this first section comes out of WDW News Today, or WDW NT, if you follow them on Instagram. I also have an app, a mobile app you can download for Android or Apple. The first, when you open the app, they have a countdown going on for the 50th anniversary. And as of today, it is 88 days until the 50th celebration kicks off. So the days are coming down. Next on the list, that the only reason I'm talking about this is because it's a Disney name. So I'll just go ahead and talk about it because it is a thing. Elsa. Elsa is currently a tropical storm. It went over, passing over, going into the Gulf of Mexico, going over Cuba, I should say. Going over Cuba, going into the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to head up off of the Tampa, past Tampa, and then make a right and come on kind of north of Tampa, and then make a beeline basically over Jacksonville over the next couple of days. So going into tomorrow, we might have some rainy, squally conditions here where I'm at in East Central Florida. We're actually not in the cone of error anymore. We were a few days ago, but there were some changes to the path, and so the storm is actually not going to be as close. It's also not a hurricane like it was. It's only a tropical storm. Earlier today, the storm was only at like 50 miles an hour, but there's still going to be storm surge on the coast. So thoughts and prayers for the people that are being affected. But Central Florida is going to be largely, spared from the brunt of this. We are on the east side. So we do have we are where the tornado threats and some of the worst weather, rain, is located on these storms. So we'll see rain. I don't know how much or how bad it'll be, but we definitely are being spared here in East Central Florida by the worst of the storm. So anyway, next item. Last week, I talked about Casey's Corner being opened. I knew last week that it was going to be opening for cast members during their preview night for Happily Ever After on, I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday night is when that happened. And then I started seeing posts and videos that and blogs that Casey's Corner had reopened, and that happened last Wednesday. And I didn't realize that it was actually like opening for good. I thought they were just kind of doing a trial run for the cast members. But apparently the Tuesday night was kind of maybe a trial run for the for Casey's Corner opening. And so Casey's Corner is now open. The crane is coming down at Tron, and the crane has been up there for a while, for a long time. And this week, the crane was disassembled and come down. So that's a sign that the Tron construction has possibly progressed. This is the crane at Tron. I should probably specify. The crane at the Tron roller coaster in Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland. The crane was taken down, and that's a possible sign that that portion of the construction is over and done with. And of course, the canopy, they're doing work on the canopy now. They've been putting some blue mesh on it, and then they're going to be putting the plexiglass or whatever on the actual the dome part where the roller coaster will come out and come outside and then go back to the show building. Next, Disney dining plan is coming back. It's been confirmed that the Disney dining plan is coming back. The Disney dining plan gives you kind of helps you budget and look at and plan your meals. There's different I've never done the Disney dining plan, so I don't know for sure, but I think that it helps a lot of people. And then for some people like me, who I just need to find the turkey leg, find the Dole Whip, and then I'm good. And I don't really doesn't matter to me about really finding a restaurant or worrying about that. But there are no details on when the Disney dining plan is coming back, but it has been confirmed that the Disney dining plan is coming back. It has been announced that the characters will be making appearances at the resort hotels during the 50th anniversary celebration, and they will, of course, be donning their iridescent garb that I talked about, I think, last week or the week before, the pretty colors for the 50th anniversary. So that is really, really exciting. The Barnstormer, there's a lot of things that have been around the property that have been getting some refurbishments, that have been getting fresh coats of paint. And the Barnstormer is such a thing. The queue line has been painted with, I don't know if the article didn't say if they're new colors or not. They might just be fresh versions of the colors that have been there. But they have already updated the rocket and other props on the ride. So this is another additional touch up to the ride as we get ready to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom. Next, we have the rumor. Rumor is that Space 220 restaurant in Epcot will be opening on October 1st. Of course, the Space 220, they've been trying to open that for a while. It was being built. It was going to open in February of 2020, was the original plan. And then that, of course, the COVID, delayed that, I think. But the Patina Restaurant Group has been hiring for various positions. They've advertised for various positions that they're hiring for, and it was confirmed via a cast member to WDW News Today that training will begin in September, which suggests that there is an October 1st reopening. Of course, October 1st is the kickoff for the 50th anniversary. Everyone's going to want to go over to Magic Kingdom, so they're having a lot of things, trying to open some things over at Epcot, like Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is opening October 1st. The Harmonious Nighttime Spectacular show is also opening on debuting on October 31st. The next item we have on the list is Winter Summerland Miniature Golf is reopening. It reopened over the weekend. It has been closed. It reopened a little while the Fantasia Golf was being refurbed, and then now it's opening for good. So all the miniature golf offerings at Disney are now available again. In the Magic Kingdom, we have an update. In Magic Kingdom, as well as Disneyland Paris and Disney California Adventure, Mickey's PhilharMagic is getting its first ever update. I remember I didn't go to Mickey's PhilharMagic when I was there back on the spring and the fall. I did not go. I wanted to go. I was thinking I would kind of sneak in and go, see a show, really fun musical sequences, and 3D. And I just never went. But it's getting its first update, and July 17th. It's going to be added to the DCA, and Disneyland Paris will be getting the update, and then the update will be coming to Magic Kingdom during the 50th anniversary. And what is the update, you ask? Well, it's going to be a sequence from Coco. It's going to be the musical number Un Poco Loco. I meant to go listen to that song, but it's going to be Un Poco Loco from Coco, and this will actually mark the first time that a Pixar character has been seen along with an act like a Disney character together on screen. And very exciting, kind of a milestone or moment, because you've not seen like the actual Disney characters on screen in a scene along with the Pixar characters. So that's exciting, very exciting. Heading over to Disney Springs, Everglazed Donuts. They have added a giant donut to the building. The appearance, that's looking at the pictures, it looks like a glazed donut with aqua or light blue frosting with red or orange sprinkles, and it's up on the building. It looks kind of like it's going into the building, but it's basically a decoration on the building, part of the architecture. Looks amazing. Yeah. So last week, I think if you're watching this, you may or may not already know the fireworks have already returned. They came back July the 1st to Walt Disney World Resort. Of course, it was Happily Ever After, which is going in the Magic Kingdom, and then Epcot Forever coming to Epcot. And yesterday, on July 4th, Disneyland fireworks returned over in California. So the fireworks at all the U.S. parks are back. And of course, as I mentioned, Harmonious is going to be debuting October 1st, and Disney Enchanted or Enchantment is going to be debuting in October the 1st in the Magic Kingdom. Going back over to Epcot Spaceship Earth. The restrooms have been repainted with bright colors, and I saw I had a picture of this in the article, and they are bright, and they're very, very catchy. very catchy. So that's just good to give things a fresh new look. Again, another repainting around the property. Going back to the Magic Kingdom, we have a reopening coming up on this week on Wednesday, July the 7th. The Plaza Ice Cream Parlor is reopening with an updated menu. Also to Magic Kingdom, and I'm really excited about this. The full flag retreat ceremony has returned. It returned on July the 1st to the Magic Kingdom and to Disneyland. And they've been, putting the flag up and down. Hi, Noah, welcome in. Hi, Stacy, welcome in. So the full flag retreat is back, and this is with the marching band, and they get a veteran, and they have them involved in the ceremony. What's really cool is that even during the shutdown and up till last week, the security guards have been putting the flag up and taking it down each day, even when the parks were not when they were closed. They were still putting the flag up and taking it down every day, which is really cool. But now they're doing the full flag retreat ceremony. And so that's really, really exciting. There are some new Magic bands being released. 2 limited edition Magic bands. There's a Jungle Cruise Magic band. There's a Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion. Those are 2 limited editions. There's also 2 other designs, a Baby Yoda, as well as a Minnie Mouse. So if you're into Magic bands, they're out. The Morocco Pavilion has been getting some TLC ever since the Disney took over the Morocco Pavilion from Morocco. They have renovated and reopened the bathrooms. And apparently, I don't remember this, but apparently before they didn't look that great. They didn't have very good theming. They were dark. They kind of weren't that spectacular before, but apparently now, according to the article, they are now nicely lit, thematic, and quite pleasant to look at. There's blue tiling on the wall and mosaic patterns. So that's nice. So if you want to go in Morocco, there you go. Also, the fountain area has been refurbished in the center of that little courtyard there as you head towards into the Morocco Pavilion. It has been refurbished. It's done. It's reopened. So that's exciting. Can't wait to look at that next time I go to Epcot. Heading on back to Magic Kingdom, the Golden Oak Outpost has reopened in Magic Kingdom. This is a little stand that's between Adventureland and Frontierland, or it's between Frontierland and Adventureland if you're going the other way. The outdoor seating area for Golden Oak served as a relaxation station while the park had its mask requirements in place. And so now that that was lifted, the location, the eating location has reopened. Jonathan Chong, happy Friday, welcome in. So on the menu, guests can get chicken strips, chili cheese fries. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty good. Chocolate chunk cookies and various beverages, and oh my goodness, I want to try this. They got a few different kinds of slushies. They've got lemonade slushy. They have a sweet tea slushy. Then they have a combination lemonade sweet tea slushy. Stacy, what did I say? Monday? Did I say happy Monday? Oh, did I do it again? Oh gosh. For the record, I am not caffeinated. So if you guys were in here Thursday, I had consumed a caffeinated drink. Oh, well, anyway, happy Monday. So I don't feel tired or anything. I was earlier this evening, and even now, having some allergy type problems. I took a couple Claritin about an hour ago. I think they're starting to kick in, but anyway, that's right, Noah. We do all make mistakes. Jonathan, well, I mean, there's always next Thursday night. Just saying. Where was I? Okay, Golden Oak Outpost. The After Hours Boo Bash. Dates have been selling out. Half of October is sold out, and then the first few dates in August are sold out. So dates are starting to sell out. But the article had some pictures of the schedule, the calendar for the events. So the Boo Bash, there's still plenty of Boo Bash dates that are available, but they're beginning to sell. Alrighty, so an aerial view of Typhoon Lagoon is showing that the water park is falling into disarray. The water was drained, and so that looked a little weird. There were some parts where rainwater has kind of pooled and it's become green. So Typhoon Lagoon is the one water park that has not reopened yet in Walt Disney World. Blizzard Beach reopened back in March. And so it's kind of sad, though, because I read something last week or maybe the week before that Disney is kind of a little bit of a crisis with their hiring cast members. It sounds a little bit like they're having trouble finding people to work. So hopefully that situation gets fixed. So let's see. Stacey says, I'll tell you, even before the pandemic, I never knew what day it was. Well, I'm generally okay with that. Apparently, when I live stream, my mind goes off. Noah says, I don't know if Disneyland will do Halloween party, but I heard that Haunted Mansion will be decked out for the holidays. I don't know that I've heard much about Disneyland. Of course, I don't really pay attention a lot to Disneyland. I mean, I've had a couple articles today that kind of include Disneyland, like the fireworks. The article talked about when the fireworks came back to Disney World and then to Disneyland a few days later. So I kind of throw that in. I don't really pay attention to Disneyland, but hopefully they do, something in Disneyland. So going back to the Morocco Pavilion, there is now a distanced meet and greet with Jasmine added to the stage in front of Morocco. And this is people can pose with her, take selfies. She will talk to the guests from a distance. And Jasmine was, they're doing this with Jasmine because Mulan replaced her in the Princess Cavalcade, which I don't remember when I was there at the end of May, if I remember, if Jasmine was on the carriage. But anyway, Jasmine, you can meet Jasmine in Morocco. So the last and final article that I have for tonight to kind of talk about is courtesy of Disney Food Blog. They had an article. It talks about being mindful of 7 extra costs that you're not thinking about in Walt Disney World, or things that would be hard to plan. It might be difficult or tricky to plan for, but you really should because they'll cost you extra, or they could cost you extra. So the first thing is the resort parking. If you're driving, if you rent a car, or if you drive a car into Walt Disney World, you do need to be mindful that they do have parking fees at the resorts. The value resorts are $15 a night. Moderate resorts are $20 a night. Deluxe are $25 a night. Disney guests, however, we can park free at the parks. And of course, Disney Springs is free for everyone. So, just a tip, because those parking fees can add up if you're spending like a week there. Yeah. Cancellation fees. According to the article, the cancellation fees were, Disney was really flexible with them, like during the height of the pandemic. However, the flexible policy supposedly ended at the end of April. So that's something to be mindful, that there may be a cancellation fee if you cancel at a certain time. The other thing is dining reservation cancellations. They can charge, and then all of the locations, Disney, the dining locations are different. So it's best to call them to make sure what their policy is before you actually cancel. But they can charge up to $10 per person. Could be different. So if you have to cancel a dining reservation, do as early as possible. One tip that they talk about in this article is to modify it, change it instead of cancel. which is would be smart because you can move it back maybe and maybe then cancel it if there's a more of a bumper, or maybe you can actually make that reservation. Item 4 is snack upgrades. Keep in mind you can ask for a cup of water for free versus buying a bottle of water, or you can bring your own bottle of water, which I did a lot of bringing my own bottle of water. I did buy a couple of theirs, but not nearly as much as if I hadn't brought my own bottled water. Another thing to talk about is like the plastic cheese, ordering. Okay, I think I got this confused earlier, and I tried to straighten myself out. But they're saying that ordering an item or like a meal that includes the cheese as part of it costs more than ordering them separately. They give an example from Friar's Nook in Fantasyland. The kids' tots are $7.19 that have the tots that have the cheese and a drink, and I think there was something else. I'm not sure. I should have wrote that down. But anyway, that was $7.19 for the whole kit and caboodle. The ordering the tots and the cheese separately was $5.29, so that's almost $2 cheaper. But the kids' tots did include a drink, which could be a bottle of water if you need a water, and other things. But it's just something to think about. Their point is to sometimes ordering things separately versus like all together can be cheaper, I think, is that their point is. Also, tickets and rooms are increased. I can't read my own writing here. Increased pricing on certain days, like during holiday peak season. They can be up to more than $50 more per day during the busy seasons. And so that is something to look at, what Disney considers. According to this article, it's basically around the holidays, like Christmas and other holidays where it would be busier. Disney kind of bumps up prices for things. Next little tip is food price increases, which there was a huge price increase just recently. But a huge shout out here for Disney Food Blog. They do weekly posts with all the menu changes, so they will keep you up to date with any changes that come with the menu. They stay on top of that, and they'll let you know what price changes have been. The last thing to keep in mind is that there are the ride share services. They do cost extra, but they are convenient, like Uber and Lyft. The minivans are not available currently / anymore. So it does point out they are a good idea if you are running late for a dining reservation that you don't want to get charged for being late or canceling. The transportation is backed up and not proving to be reliable. The rideshare service can get you to where you need to go faster, possibly, but it does cost. So those are some things that Disney Food Blog wanted to point out to you that can add cost to your visit. So that's actually all that I have for this episode of Newsflash Disney. So yeah. So as I was talking about earlier in the stream, Tropical Storm Elsa is coming up the Gulf of Mexico off the Gulf shore of Florida, the west side of Florida. And where I'm at, we're not expected to get, we're not even in the cone of shame or the cone of uncertainty anymore, but we are expected to have some squally conditions. So, it won't seem like more than what we normally get on a summer afternoon here on my side, on where I'm at. But of course, there's everything that you have to deal with where people are along the coast on the other side. So thoughts and prayers going out to everyone in the path of the storm, because they will have to deal with the storm surge, higher winds, more rain. So the good news is it is only a tropical storm, but there's still concerns. So thoughts and prayers for them. Thank you, Jonathan. I enjoy coming on here and sharing the news. There's not, I thought there would be more this week, and I actually did skip over a few articles that I didn't pique my interest, but I might start including more, even if I don't think that they're talkable aboutable, coverable, even if they don't interest me. So anyway, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream for tonight. I did do a short stream earlier this afternoon. It would be the last video on the channel before this stream, where I really only set it up and announced it kind of a last minute, only a couple hours, where I kind of went into the whole, is a hot dog a sandwich debate. So you can check that out to hear what I have to say about that. And then, of course, Thursday night, 11:15 p.m., I'll be on for Gobbletastically Yours. I have a very interesting, I saw a YouTube video that was very interesting, so I'm going to be going over it and discussing it with whoever's here. Hopefully that will be you. And then there'll be story time. There will be story time. I'm going to go back to the Star Wars book that I was doing in May, and we're going to continue on reading From a Galaxy Far, Far Away. So that'll be Thursday night. And then, of course, next Monday I'll be back with more news out of Disney. So again, thank you everyone for being here. Jonathan Chong, Noah, just Noah's Adventure, Stacy Rogers. I know there's other streams that go on Monday night. It's and I did bump the time earlier to 10:30, just because I for me, I just kind of needed to not be streaming as late. So anyway, but you're welcome. No, what? Yeah, Monday nights are crazy, Stacy, and I know that Meg is live at 9. So I didn't want to go too close to 10 o'clock because some, streamers, it's easy for streamers to, I mean, there's no law that says they have to go for exactly an hour, but that's kind of the unofficial cutoff for a lot of them. But sometimes they go after, and so I didn't want to step on at least Meg's toes. I'm also aware that Adventures with Gonzo, VP, and the Viapre Project Ed stream at, we're probably still streaming, I think, at 10:30. I was watching them when I was getting ready. So yeah, Monday nights, there are some other people going. But anyway, that said, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, either live or on the replay. And come back next Monday for more news out of Disney, because there's always something happening at Disney. So we're going to talk about it. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night. And I'll see you. You'll see me next time, and I'll see you in the chat.